Love. I like that. Hi. Welcome back. If you have already been here with our collective community, welcome. If you are new, my name is Brini, the anarchist, and you inspire someone. You got someone feeling very optimistic about their life, and they're hoping that they can align with you, and they're hoping you'll keep an open mind about something. But I kept getting these downloads of like that knight in shining armor type energy, and I was feeling kind of like rushed and hot, so I just feel like someone is going to definitely up the ante a little bit. Rising Suns. I think I'm gonna keep this live on YouTube, which is why I'm doing it live so I can just save it. But yeah. Spirit of all that is pure, true, and divine, I'm grateful to be a messenger and a mouthpiece. I know these messages will reach exactly who they are meant to. May they be clear cut and concise. Just clear out all the BS now. Because I was picking up on some of that too. And just to be brief, because I'm not going to spend too much time and energy on it, there's just, if anyone that you've let go has been trying to get back in your good graces, they've been trying to give you the gifts, they've been trying to do the love bombing thing, they're kind of feeling like you haven't seen anything yet. Like you thought. You thought it was a lot before? Well, yeah, that's what type of time they're on. I don't know why my board was all misaligned like that. I can't move this part though. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. Anyways, let's see what's going on with this person that wants to up the ante. What's going on? That didn't come all the way out. I hope everyone is doing well. Heart to heart conversations. So maybe they just want to talk about it. Maybe they want to sit down and really, I'm hearing, unveil themselves. It could have been that this person has never actually verbally said the thing. Maybe they alluded to it. Maybe they assumed that you should know already. And they're sensing that it's something that needs to actually be said. Yeah, we have this could be the one. So they want to honestly talk about your feelings. And they feel like you could be the one. They feel like, you know what? It's time. And that sigh I just took, I feel like they're going to feel very relieved if and when they do this. If you're here with me in the present moment, please tap your screen on TikTok and hit the thumbs up on YouTube. It's completely free. This message is free. Equal Energy Exchange says we need to be liking the live streams. So if you're here and you want to hear the message, that's the very least you could do. I appreciate it. What else from this person that feels like they want to put in more effort or time? Forgiving and learning, it says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So this could be that energy that we've been picking up on recently where they've been through a lot. They've been through a lot and they needed to do a lot of forgiving and releasing when it comes to what they have been through before you guys could ever really get off the ground. It is safe for you to love on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, they needed to be reaffirmed in that fact. And I feel like that's probably something they looked to you to do, to make them feel safe. But that's not your job. After you're committed, it's your job to upkeep that. But as far as them having a sense of safety in self and just in life overall, that was something that they needed to reconcile with within self. They needed to be reminded of that. So I feel like spirit's really been working on this person. I don't think this is anybody that yeah, separation. I don't think this is anybody that is one of those people that will see what they got going on, but they will kind of take their time, take their time until they feel most comfortable. So pay attention to the red flags, the signs are cautioning you. I feel like that sound was definitely meant to happen right then. You are cool. Thank you. Can you tell? I don't even know what you're saying, so no. So overall, this is I just feel like it's about that time now. It's about that time to do things a bit differently than what people are used to, or the habits that we have is just sitting in my face. Um, when you're continuously, I guess, put in a position where you're questioning your worth or you're questioning what you mean to people, obviously that's going to be difficult when you're trying to move forward with someone else. If you're trying to start anew and you're not facing everything that's happened in your past, then it's going to make it harder. So this person has just finally come to the point where they're paying attention to their own red flags, and some of us don't really like to do that, but in the sense of love, when you're trying to align with another person, that's needed. You're beautiful. I appreciate that. I'm sure you're beautiful too. Thank you, Nina. Why are we doing math in my comments? Anyways, if you're here on YouTube, we got to get them thumbs up. I swear I will click off. I'm so like really done with that portion of being here because this is free. Like I don't be asking y'all for nothing. I don't see no likes. Um, and I feel like that's relative to the message. This is probably where you were at, collective community, where you were just like, I don't want to keep investing energy and time into something that I'm not receiving, because love is free. Being who you are is free. And when you show up in your authenticity and you show up with love and effort, you're not going to continue to be in situations where it's not being reciprocated. So, yeah, I'm the type to click off in the middle of a message because I feel like at that point it's a respect issue. And this is probably how you felt collective community of this person, was kind of in and out, up and down, not putting in full effort, not really expressing themselves because it's not anything that you didn't sense. This person wants you. This person feels for you. This person, has had a bit of a rough past. So it's not a situation where you didn't want to give grace, but grace can only go but so far. And I feel like I give a lot of it when I'm on here. So yeah, I said that and I meant it. If I keep getting on here and it's like 30 of y'all on YouTube and like 10, 15 of y'all on TikTok and I got one person tapping, thank you. And like two likes, I promise. I promise you won't see this face because it's getting to that point. Let's get one or two more from this deck for this person. Hi, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, I don't tell y'all anything I'm not feeling very strongly. This is actual true love, and nobody said that was supposed to be easy. Nobody said that was gonna be a cool breeze on a hot day every single time. It says this is the romance of a lifetime. And I feel like this person is to the point where I am, where it's like, I'm not missing out on this. Thank y'all. I appreciate you. I'm used to stay in a dress that started with 333 necklace. You always have the number synchronicities with me. That's cool. Hi, beautiful. How are y'all today? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. That's a synchronicity too. I feel like this person is getting over the humps that have prevented them from stepping up, just being in their full authenticity and being their full self and just saying the thing or doing the thing. They feel like it's not enough when it comes to the fears they've dealt with. That's not enough for them to miss out on you, basically. It would not be worth it. They would completely miss out. One more from this deck on this person. Willing to put more effort in. And I honestly, I resonate in the sense that when you're automatically showing up with effort and it's not met, that's way different than if you also weren't putting in effort and then neither is this person, because it becomes like a matching of energy thing. You're going to match it or you're going to get removed. And this person senses your energy. They're like, I'm not trying to get left behind, so I'll act right. Thank you. I appreciate that, Maya. Yeah, they don't want to get left behind. How are y'all doing today? Yeah, deception. They were deceiving themselves and you. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. It's real hard to want to show up and just be big about your feelings when you fear that they're not going to be reciprocated. We all we've all experienced that. I feel like if you're gonna sit there and say that you haven't, you're probably not being fully honest. It's intimidating, it's scary. But it's like as they've been wearing this mask behind closed doors, they've been calling in their soulmate. They've been praying, wishing, hoping, affirming, and not showing up. So spirit's kind of like, okay, I heard you. You talk to me about this person every day. Thank you, beautiful. You talk about this person to me every day. You're praying for this person every day. Where's the action? And like I said to y'all, messages are gonna repeat because the energy is consistent. I get it. And I sense it. I hear it. Some of y'all feel like we talked about this already, or why isn't this person showing up and why aren't they talking? And divine timing is divine timing. Nobody said that it was gonna happen when you felt like it should happen. The point is that changes are being made. And if you're someone like me who's on their journey and you're putting in the effort, you're putting in the time to heal, nobody can put a time limit on what you have to do in order to do that. If you're grieving, people will act like you got about 30 days to get over that before you need to before you need to keep it pushing. And that's just not how it works. This person had a lot to unpack. This person had a lot to face and a lot to accept. And it's like the stronger their feelings got for you, the more they felt motivated to get to it. Not to rush, but just to put in the daily effort to take the daily steps. Because the first thing I said when I got on here is you have someone feeling very inspired. You have someone feeling very optimistic about where this could go. And I feel like that's because you're doing your work. They probably see you, sticking to it. You don't really take breaks. You don't lay down for too long if life gets you down. You take the time you need to show up in a healthy way, but you're not going to just stay where you are because you're hurting. And I resonate with that. Like, I might take my little breaks, but I'm going to always show up. So, yeah, they don't want to take pages from your book. They want to get on the same page. They want to align themselves with you. You're inspiring them, but they're not trying to eat and bite off your energy. They're just You show them how to get it done, basically. So let's get a few tarot cards. Oh, thank you. As soon as I finish the collective, I'll do it, okay? Do you want to do it live or do you want me to message you for it? I'm not saying anything that I do not know or that is not actually coming out in the message. First cut of the deck, Two of Cups. Okay? I'm just saying. And I feel like it's really inspiring to this person that you don't require anyone else's cup for you to keep being yourself, for you to keep showing up in love, for you to keep showing up in authenticity. They're not in a space where they want to deny anymore how you make them feel. Like you're shining, you're bright. And it's like your light becomes this divine source of information for them. So yes, they're probably looking to you for guidance, but it's not the way that you're probably used to. If you're anything like me, people, I love your energy. Oh my God. Oh my God. And they just want to eat it up. It's not that. They're grateful to have someone like you in their life because things finally make sense. I feel like this person is gifted for sure. I feel like this person has, yeah, King of Cups. I feel like this person has always had a very big heart. They've always had a vision for how they felt like love was supposed to go in their life. And they probably just detached emotionally for a period of time because they didn't see that reflected back to them. And then here you come. I'm trying to tell y'all. And then here you come, where the waters are not only pure, but they're overflowing. It's getting to the point where collective community, you're not pouring into anybody's cup and depleting yours anymore. It's just not happening. We don't even have to go over that anymore because we've talked about it enough. And this person just feels blessed to have access to your overflow. Yeah, look at you. You're confident, you're brave, you're gifted, you're independent, You're not looking for anyone to feed you what you can't feed yourself. You want to be stable, and you're not going to let anyone rattle your gate that's not willing to show up for you. Thank you, beautiful. And I saw your chat. I'm gonna do it on live when I'm finished. Yeah. Six of Swords. They just want to sail off into calm waters with you. They don't I'm literally getting like they don't want to fight with you. It's like it's cracking me up because I can sense how they feel. Like they just know you don't play. And they don't want that side of you. They just want to celebrate. They're happy to be in your presence. They don't want no smoke. And that's probably why they stayed away because they know that if they're not showing up in authenticity and truth, you're not only going to sense it, but you have your boundaries up to that. Dang. Whoa. Whoa. The way that flipped out, like they know you have an arsenal behind you. And they know that if they want to build anything lasting with you, they're going to have to show up as someone that can add and not subtract. It's simple. Ten of Pentacles is top tier longevity. It's given you got all the ancestors behind you and you're preparing to, provide for those after you. So you don't really got time for this. There's obviously going to be grief, there's going to be struggle, there's going to be heartbreak, but I'm a firm believer that every time your heart breaks, it's being activated. Doesn't mean it's going to feel good. Doesn't mean you're not going to feel like you wasted your time. Doesn't mean you're not going to feel bogged down by life. But it's just a reminder that your heart has to go through transformations. It just does. It just does because you're growing and you're transforming. What else about this person that wants to up the effort? Yeah. They've been dealing with their own heartbreak and getting into a space where their mind is not their biggest enemy. They're trying to continue to meditate and continue to stand sturdy in themselves because if they show up all wobbly, you're not going to want to step into this new life that they have planned for you. And I promise you, they've been planning something for sure. They've been waiting for this. I need them to be able to multiply exactly. And that's what a divine feminine does. So, ooh, ooh, I told you, you're not playing. I told you you got boundaries, so this person knows they better plan to change your world. They better plan to add to what you're here to do because as a divine one collective community, which you all are, if you're here with me, that's what it's given. For them to show up and align with you, they have to do the same thing. So not only have they been healing their hurts, they've been opening themselves to receive guidance about what their personal purpose is because I'm also a firm believer that just because you come together doesn't mean that you don't still have separate, paths. You're doing something, they're doing something, and it's giving same team different missions. If you feel guided, I posted a little series on TikTok about like the whole Mr. and Mrs. Smith energy where Spirit picked both of you. You both have strengths. You both have something to add. You both have, your resume is looking real good to accomplish whatever it is Spirit wants you to do. And you might be on different missions right now. Maybe these missions are coming to a close, but they already know that you got security's tight, basically. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Off the bat, security's tight. It's not just you, it's your guides, it's your community members. They know you're not played about, so they would be a complete fool to show up and try to play. It's not playtime. It's not playtime. So it's kind of like I get that you've been through things because I've been through things, but at some point we got to keep it pushing. One or two more for this person. What's going on with them? Oh, I'm picking up on someone's very giddy energy. Like I feel like as tough as you are, collective community, when it comes to this person, you just melt. when it comes to this person, you really gotta work hard to keep that, them boundaries firm, because yeah, everyone has an inner emperor and empress if you've done the correct amount of work, and I just feel like you're not gonna be alone for much longer. Y'all know when I do the little I feel like, both of you are probably very used to being alone, and that's a very good thing because that speaks to being whole, that speaks to being secure. You should never look for that in another person because humans change their minds. And if they leave, what then? That's not about fear mongering, that's just reality. That's a personal lesson that I had to learn. And it doesn't mean that I've built too much on another person. It just means that whatever union you're in doesn't get the automatic stamp of forever. And so the Hermit card speaks to introspection and being aligned with divine wisdom and information. So this person really had to sit back and be like, damn, spirit, what you trying to tell me? What do you want me to do? What movie is that? Oh, I'm getting that so clearly. What movie is that? Coach Carter. Stick with me. What was his name? I can't remember his name, but he was the troublemaker of the team, basically. And he told the coach, like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And when life hit him, when he went and if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's a really good movie, but I'm gonna spoil it. His cousin passed. And so that kind of just gave him the heartbreak to activate his heart. It made him see that, hey, you're either gonna show up and be an active member of this team, or you're gonna be alone. And collective community, they don't want to be alone anymore. But the reason why that scene came to me was because he came back to the coach crying and begging, just tell me what to do. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. And this is, I don't want to say a grown man, but he was trying to be a grown man. He thought he was a grown man until he experienced that type of pain and saw that the coach wasn't just trying to be, an asshole. He was trying to teach him how to stand up in his masculinity. You're not a man just because you out here on the street making money. You're a man because you commit to something. You're a man because you keep your word. So all of that to say, this person wants to show up in divine essence of commitment. This requires commitment. He wasn't a bad dude. He was just immature. And sometimes it takes this, sometimes it takes pain to you got to get it together. So, yeah, we all go through it. We all get activated in our own ways. Last card from this deck. What's this person's next actions? Oh yeah. This fell right on true love, y'all. We if you know, the Knight of Pentacles is slow. It's slow, but it's rewarding. And it's rewarding because you take your time. We should never rush healing just because we want to see results. We gotta take our time, but don't think this person hasn't been passionate for you the whole entire time. It's just that spirit had them temper themselves and was like, did you do all of that you needed to do before you approached collective community? So, yeah, I just heard you're about to have your pick of the litter. So this could very, yeah, and as my son gets a little louder, I feel like it's not the saxophones getting louder, it's the effort. This doesn't have to just be one person. There's plenty of people around you, friends, family, romantic partners, business partners that are looking at you like, oh, okay, I have to get it together. I have to show up with more effort. So that's exactly what they're about to do. And I like it. Let me get one or two from my deck for them, and then I'll see if anyone else wants to book me on live. I have one on TikTok. So let's see. Any other details for what this person is up to? I saw my bird card and the bag card. Yeah, let's see. Spirit of all that is spiritual and divine. What's up with this person? What does collective community need to know in regard to this person? who kind of interrupted my day. Matter of fact, you know, kind of interrupted my day and was like, can you deliver this message for me? Spirit signed off on it though, so it's cool. Yeah, there's that 333 that someone mentioned in the chat on TikTok, and I do have it on my necklace. Outsource masculine. I don't be making it up. Supply positive expand. They know that they have to show up and be ready to support you in what you can expand and increase, because that's what a feminine does. It's like whatever you invest, the feminine is going to take it up a notch. So they know they have to match that. Angel numbers 528 and 333 are definitely significant here. You might need to listen to some 528 hertz music. Um, yeah, this person's ready to plug in several ways. Yeah, scissors, but it's in the reverse. They know how quick you are to cut somebody out. They get it. They don't want that to happen to them. It says trim, cut, eliminate, remove, fast, renew. So I don't think this is anyone that you've had to cut off already. They just know that they have the potential to be cut off if they don't get it together. Last Oh, the moon card. This new moon in Taurus probably gave them exactly what they needed. Has anyone else felt very like you need to rest and you need to release? Like you gotta, it's like these emotions that maybe you kind of tucked away. You weren't avoiding them. You just, it was like maybe another day. Yeah, it's like this moon cycle is definitely kind of wrapping it up. Yes, yeah, for sure. Let them tears out, let them screams out. I saw your video with the screams. That's funny. This says hidden, reveal, subconscious, emotion, and unify. 222 is union, y'all. And that happens within first. That way you can align and unify with spirit. And then interpersonally, you might get to unify with another person. I love this. And I love it a lot because I think people who are dominant in masculine energy struggle with allowing themselves to really get to the root, get to the nitty gritty. And yeah. All right, last thing I want to do for this person, I want to get their true colors. That way, this alleviates any of your confusion or concerns about why this person is about to show up and if they mean it. I think a lot of us have been love bombed in the past. A lot of us have been fed some BS just so that people could secure their spot. So, yeah, I made a deck about people's true colors. So let's see, what's this person's true color, spirit? Let the card fall the exact way it's meant to. So this fell right on top of the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords. It's white, overstimulation, and overwhelm. I feel like your energy has overwhelmed them in the past to the sense where they really want to get it right. And they really want to get it right the first time. And that can be very stressful. Um, so I think that in the past they had a habit of overstimulating themselves in order to avoid the inner work they needed to do. And now they're in a space where they kind of want to just get that off of them. They want to do something different, is what I'm hearing. And then we have, yeah, green, resentment, agitation. Didn't I say this last live that I feel like in life when you're agitated, something's being cleansed? Because if you think about something getting washed or getting clean, thank you. My washing machine is singing its song, so confirmation. But big confirmation because I'm talking about washing. If you don't see them suds, you're probably not gonna feel like it's clean. If you don't see them soap bubbles, you're probably not gonna feel like it's clean. So this person might have had a certain resentment toward people in their past, but also toward the overall process. I don't want anyone to ever sit here and act like they've never been mad at God. okay, or mad at the divine, or feeling like, how could you do this to me? How could you let this happen? I don't deserve this. Why me? We've all gotten there. But I want to point out what the light side of these cards is. White is silence and calm, which is what they feel with you, and green is harmony and forgiveness. They really had to put some work into forgive themselves for choosing people who hurt them, for being aligned with people who hurt them, and then kind of see that it's nothing to resent. We're all growing. We all have to experience these things. And the agitation was to inspire change. It wasn't anybody just trying to straight up get on this person's nerves or the divine just wanting to be mean to this person. They're understanding the why behind everything. And I feel like they have a lot that they want to tell you. The very first card out was heart to heart conversations. They want to tell you, I feel like you're the one because XYZ. They want to be more authentic in how they've experienced spirit because a lot of people, I know why, but I just don't align with it. Not a lot of people want to be so forthcoming about the synchronicities and the signs and how spirit speaks to them and how God speaks to them because they probably will sound a little crazy to some people. I saw this YouTube short of the actress Essence Atkins, and she was talking about the first time she really heard the Holy Spirit speak to her. And I don't have to tell the whole story, but it was a wild story. And I'm sure that a lot of people were probably looking at her like, God told you to clean the airplane bathroom. Are you something's wrong with you. But if you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. If you know, you know that when spirit speaks, you hear it clearly, and it's probably something that's gonna cause you some discomfort, but it's going to align with a level of faith to where you're being told to do something for a reason. So this person was told to do something and they probably tried to ignore it for a while. They can't ignore it anymore. I'm pretty sure I just posted, I think that was the caption for my most recent TikTok. But either way, get ready. I feel like you're already ready, but stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna always say don't ever alter your path to be waiting for someone or aligning with someone. And just allow things to unfold the way that they need to because spirit's taking care of it. Spirit definitely speaks to everyone the way that they need to be spoken to. We don't all communicate the same way. We don't all learn the same way. A lot of us do need to learn the hard way. I'm one of them. Spirit knows how to get me together, so this person has gotten me together. I think I'm gonna let y'all go, YouTube, because I'm gonna stay on TikTok for a little bit and take a picture of these cards so that when I upload, I can do the whole thing. So I'm gonna stay on TikTok, but get off YouTube. I'm genuinely always wishing everyone well in accordance with your highest good. Don't shoot the messenger, because my ancestors will shoot your bleep back, and they never miss. Um, if you would like to book me, the information is in the description box. Until next time in divine time, peace.